my droogs. I'm David Daniel Ducker. This is Role Playing 102. Today we're talking about making a character. So a role-playing game is a game where you play a role. The character is that role. It's that perspective, that mask that you're going to take on, that you're going to put on. They're the eyes you're going to see the world through and experience the other characters through. So we need to craft this character. We need to make them. It's very important that they're part of a team, that it's an ensemble, unless you're playing one-on-one, just you and the referee. But we'll talk about that in Role-Playing 103. For right now, let's forget the team aspect and let's focus in on just your character. So with our goal in mind of playing a role, what you need to do is just create something that will facilitate you playing a role. Put as much or as little detail into your character as you need to get in character. So you need to say to yourself, how is this character going to handle this situation he finds himself in? That's the heart of role-playing. So you need to know the character well enough to answer that question in any given circumstance. What decision is he going to make, or she? And a lot of that just comes down to their background, their past experiences, and their personality. And if you know their background, how they've been trained and raised and brought up, the experiences they've had before, if you know that, you've got one piece of the puzzle to say how are they going to react right now or in the future. And then the other aspect is their personality. How do they deal with things? Are they aggressive or passive or defensive? Are they clever and they like to overthink things, or are they a little dumb and maybe they don't think enough before they take action? All right, so that's what you want. The background and the personality, those are the two biggest components to making your character, to answering that question, what would they do in this situation? And that's the question we ask ourselves in a role-playing game. We ask it over and over and over of different circumstances. Now you can get a lot more detailed than that. That's just the bare bones basic. You can have an archetype, say, oh, he's a fighter, or he's a priest, or he's a naive hero, or he's a wily old wizard. You could have some labels like his ethnicity, his race, her home world, her branch of military service, perhaps. Anything you need to build that biography. I usually go down the list and I say, what's their appearance? What do they look like when I'm crafting a character? Because I need to describe this to the others, and his appearance can give clues to his or her history and personality. His fashion, his body type can be impacted by other things. What kind of personality would be grossly obese, or what kind of background would allow someone to become grossly obese, or any other body type, body piercings, fashion, style can reveal so much about a character. So appearance is a big one for me, often tangential to the other aspects. So appearance, personality, like I said, aggressive, passive, caring, cold, dispassionate, curious, any style and way that they're going to interact with the world. It will shape their decision-making process. So appearance, personality, their backstory. And I just start with a biography. Where were they born? What are their parents like? Who were they raised by? Do they have any mentors? What are the life-shaping experiences that they've been to? Their first kiss, their first date, first boyfriend. What was their education like in their early life? Did they have post-secondary education? Where did they gain their skill set? Do they have mentors to draw on? What's their culture that they come from? Your culture is a huge shaping factor in who you become. Nature and nurture. So I go through the whole biography up until the point where the game starts. And this is also a great way to give the GM lots of plot hooks, people, places, things he can use, or she can use. So it's appearance, personality, history. Um, so as a sub tab, let's say that's the people, places, and things. That's part of their history, but we can have it off to the side in its own group as well. And the last major thing that I look at is their goals. Where are they going to drive the plot to? What do they want to achieve in life? It could be building a new religious colony. So that's a huge goal. They have to gather a lot of resources and go through a lot of hardship to do that. Or it could be as simple as revenge, or to protect someone, or just to be happy, to be wealthy. Because the character very often drives the plot. They are the star of the show. They need direction. They need purpose. So that's the list that I usually go through when I'm making a character. In the comments below, what do you usually do? What does your character sheet look like? No mechanics, just a description of that person, this fictional person we are crafting so that we can experience their life and the world through their eyes. Put that in the comments here, and until I see you again, good day and good gaming.